I think the one that comes to mind best is we had a joint program with our sister chapter in Orlando, and we were invited to sit in with Disney, and they talked about what they learned from the hurricanes of 2005. And the interesting thing was that they had a plan to bring in all the hoofed animals on the approaching hurricane, and they found out that that was absolutely the worst thing they could have done for those animals. That those animals were more terrified because of they could sense the falling pressure and hear the wind and the rain, and they were panicked because they were penned in. Had they just let them roam, these animals naturally seek a low level and just hunker down. And that was just an amazing thing. Well, gee, here we were trying to protect these animals when their instincts actually provided better protection than we as humans could provide for them. So it was really an interesting experience. And Disney, being so close to Disney and knowing how huge it is, it was a real enjoyable experience.
In the state of Louisiana, after Katrina, we had a lot of challenges in recovery. And the state of Louisiana, long story, started a business emergency operations center. And part of that, in starting that practice, was to allow businesses the opportunity to be part of the response and be part of the recovery. So again, instead of getting FEMA MREs and FEMA ICE, what we wanted to do was go back to local businesses and say, can you provide us to this stuff? Can you give us the opportunity to keep businesses within the state of Louisiana? People within the community have no idea where does this food come from, versus an MRE versus, a plate of red beans and rice. They have no idea how it got there. They don't even understand that MRE was $9 and this plate of red beans and rice was $5. But that's their tax dollars at work. And not only is it's a $5 meal, it's a better meal. And the person down the street that owns that business has cooked it, has raised it, is cleaning it up, has served it to us, and those dollars are staying within the community. That's what the ACP has brought to the state of Louisiana, and more importantly to the city of New Orleans, is that our involvement from the beginning, our involvement in the idea of vision, our involvement in saying what can it be, not what is it, what can we do to help our community when another storm happens or when another event happens. That's where ACP in our community has been very, very active. And it's allowed us the opportunity to take this and actually begin to sell this and market this and talk about this across the United States. To take what we have learned and apply this to other parts of the nation where you may not have a hurricane, but you may have a storm, an ice storm, you may have an earthquake, you may have wildfires. You're going to have some kind of event. It doesn't matter. You're going to have it. But why do you need to experience the things that we did? Why do you have to have a complete systematic shutdown? We have learned from this and allow us the opportunity to share some of our best lessons. And that's what ACP has allowed us to do, is to begin to take this mission and to take it out across the United States. And it is a tremendous value, I think, from both a member perspective, a chapter perspective, as well as a national organization, to be a part of that dialogue that's now moving nationally and then next year internationally with our message. So that's my personal story with ACP. So.